Okay,
you know
let's do this.
Let me get right to it. I've been with EXP since March of 2019. And my wife says I float. I've been in the business, Brent, for 35 years this coming Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah. I've owned my own business. I've owned a Remax. I've been very involved in an upper management level in the Keller Williams system, all great brands. Love this industry. I'm on the board of directors for my association. I'm a car director. So I'm very involved in my industry. And when I joined EXP in March of 19, my wife says she sees me float and glow. It's weird. She's like, you love the game. So I want to be able to share that people like yourself and all the other wonderful people at EXP, I want to share your story in just a real quick snippet, because I know you're a busy guy and I appreciate your time. So let's get right to it. I have an episode, what I do is called Weichelt Wednesday. And I thought no better guest than to have the one and only Brent Gove come in here. Number one, tell us who this wonderful man is in your story. Number two, talk about how EXP works, whether you're in the Rev Share group on a team and how that works. And then I want to finish it off, Brent, with the top 3 things that agents that are not yet with EXP, and I say yet, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And I love that saying. 3 things that you think that you would like to share with the agent audience listening. Go. Who's Brent Gove?
Well, it's funny. You're from San Diego, right, Robert?
Yep.
I was born in San Diego back in 1966, grew up on the Silver Strand, La Jolla, Mission Viejo, Coronado Islands. So grew up down there, moved when I was 10 to Sacramento, spent the rest of my life in Northern California. And when I was 30, I got into real estate. Been doing it for almost 25 years, not 35 years like you. Yeah. And, 12 years at Remax, loved it. Won all kinds of awards and records and plaques and trophies and recognition. Then I went to Keller Williams for 8 years. So I changed real estate brokerages one time in 20 years. So jumping around isn't something I did. Same thing, ran all kinds of accolades and awards and trophies and plaques. And then I got to EXP 4 years ago. And I had a team. I had 6 listing specialists, 12 buyer specialists. So I had a good little team cranking there, about 18 of us, and doing about 118 million a year in sales. Happy as could be, not looking to leave Keller Williams. But someone asked me to take a look at the EXP model. I'm super open-minded. I go, sure. Can't possibly even touch Keller Williams. I was just head over heels in love with Keller Williams, and it blew my mind. I'm like, oh my gosh, someone's done it. And of course, today we're valued at almost $10 billion. And to put that in perspective, Robert.
Yeah.
I believe Remax is valued at $1.5 billion as of, I think it looked yesterday, and Realogy, which owns Coldwell Banker and Sotheby's and Century 21 and about 26 other brands, plus 40 private title companies, is valued at $1.9 billion. And here's little old EXP, started 10, 11 years ago, valued at like $10 billion. So it's pretty amazing what's going on. It's been life-changing. And I, too, have been floating. I was a little burned out after 20 years. We would go to lunch and go to golf courses so we could putt. We we just putt for 30 minutes. And 2 hours later, we're still putting, $5 a hole or whatever. I don't walk out there $10. We go back and forth. That sounds like a big-time gambler. But it's been amazing. And now I'm not going and spending 2-hour lunches. We're changing the world. We're giving people hope. And so it's been really an exciting ride. Life has been pretty amazing since joining EXP.
Well, you know what? I just love hearing your story. You're one of the first people I listened to when I joined EXP. I was researching it like, an agent does. And one of my best friends is the one that introduced me and brought me in. He sponsored me into the EXP. But I started researching EXP, and you just kept coming up. And you're just infectious, your enthusiasm, your excitement. I mean, Pat Hayes is another one that I literally get goosebumps when I'm around you guys. So I had to share. So talk to me about, because we're not in the same rev share group. Tell me about the dynamic that EXP, we're all one family. Tell me about that.
Well, there was certainly a camaraderie if you were a RE/MAX agent with other RE/MAX agents around the world and throughout the United States and Canada. And same with Keller Williams. But if a Keller Williams agent or a RE/MAX agent or any agent from any brokerage from that point did really, really well in British Columbia or Brazil or Hong Kong or Florida or Dallas or Seattle, it meant nothing to me personally other than I was happy for them. But at EXP, Robert, for example, you're down in San Diego, I'm up in the Sacramento area. If you do really well, it benefits EXP. Well, I'm a shareholder. So your success benefits me. And same with me, my success benefits you. So even though, so we're just agents at EXP, a international real estate brokerage, not a franchise. You can't buy your way in like a franchise, but you can build your way in. And we are, less than 2% market share throughout the US and Canada with 43,000 agents and brokers. But keep in mind, it was just 4 years ago, we had 1,200. We went from 1,200 to 43,000. This year, we're going to go to over 100,000. We'll be $250,000 in a few years. The stock's exploding, and agents are excited because we own it with the founder, Glenn Sanford. I'll say this, and I'll hand it back to you. In my 12 years at RE/MAX, I watched Dave Liniger become a billionaire. My 8 years at Keller Williams, I watched Gary Keller become a billionaire. And my 4 years at EXP, I watched Glenn Sanford become a multi-billionaire. But the difference was I became a millionaire. And I was adding up today, I think I have over 500 people who have over $1 million worth of stock to $2 million worth of stock, some $3 million, over 500 in my organization. Whereas prior to getting here, it was just me and my little world, which was my 6 listing specialists and my 12 buyer specialists. And that's kind of what we do. And I had a decent sized team, and we're doing 100 million plus in sales, and life is good. But the impact I've been able to have at EXP is so much greater. So we help each other, and a rising tide rises all ships at EXP. So I'm excited about your success, Robert. And we help everybody, even if you're at Coldwell Banker, Keller Williams. But the camaraderie and the culture is unreal.
You know what it is? I tell you, I reach out to a lot of folks. I want to know what they're doing to succeed, because I truly am blessed with a company that I can go out there. And if I just want to go out and do as much real estate transactions as I want, God bless it, I can go do it. And the leads and the lead generating tools that I'm provided with all of my team is ridiculous. Our online offers platform, our perfect listing agreement, we've got so many opportunities within our team to grow our business if you just want to sell real estate. But then if you want to go help agents change their lives, I can do that as well. And of course, you mentioned the stock, and the features and benefits are endless. We could be here for another hour just to talk about that. But if I can just get the top 3 things that you would like to tell an agent that's not yet with EXP, what would you tell? What was the top 3 things you'd tell an agent?
I think number 1, we help people with the American dream, just like you do, home ownership. The difference is we also are focused on helping the agents making their dreams come true, not just buyers and sellers' dreams come true. So for 20 years at RE/MAX and Keller Williams, we helped people with the American dream of home ownership. We'd help sellers sell their home and retire to the Sun Belts. And it was a great feeling. In real estate's really, I love real estate. If EXP wasn't here, I would still love real estate. But the difference is we help agents retire. I was able to retire from real estate after 17 months. I'm still actively building an organization like Coldwell and Baker, like Sotheby's, like Christie's, like Century 21 and Berkshire Hathaway and Keller Williams and RE/MAX, and you go on and on, name all these companies. So I'm building the organization. I'm going to help EXP. I'll be a part of, not small part of, but growing this organization to 1 million agents worldwide. There's 208 countries, 25 million agents worldwide. Why is it a big deal? Because we all own a piece of this baby. And when it has 1 million agents, so we're helping agents. Had an agent yesterday say they sold some stock and paid off their home, no more mortgage. I never heard that at RE/MAX or Keller Williams. I love RE/MAX and Keller Williams, but I've never heard that, and I was not anywhere near being able to retire after 20 years at my prior companies, but within 17 months, my income replaced what I needed to, so I didn't have to sell. It was $50,000 a month for my family of 7 in California. It's just what it cost, $50,000 a month. I lived in a nice house, not a mansion, drove nice cars, not Ferraris and Lamborghinis, took nice vacations to Maui in the Caribbean, but not Paris and, whatever. I love, you look at Maui, nice house, nice pool, nice outdoor kitchen, life is good, right? But it wasn't, it wasn't West Palm Beach. It wasn't Newport Beach. It wasn't that. It was good.
Yeah.
And I think that the difference here is we have been able to help agents retire. And it was 17 months later, like I said, that I was able to, in my office, it was taking me like $50,000 a month to run the office. And I was just an agent at Keller Williams. I didn't own the franchise. I was just my overhead. You have some staff, you have overhead, you're advertising. It was running me 50 grand a month. So 50 at home, 50, I had to make 100,000 a month in revenue share to kind of not have to take my eye off the ball of going out and chasing listings. And of course, after 20 something years, 35 years for you, we chased listings. You got to list the last. Listings have babies. When you can win that game, then it's just like life is good. And I would kick off Thursday nights and come back to work Monday or Tuesday. That's where my life was. And honestly, frankly, I was a little bored. And so EXP has just been a rush. It's been great. So that is probably the biggest thing is how long are you going to grind like this? I know you love it. The new ones, I call them drunk on real estate. Like I remember 4 years in, I made $400,000. I was 34. I'm like, it was 1999. I'm like, is this even legal? Is this even legal? It's like a license to print money. I don't have to ask for a raise. I work harder in getaways. And so if you're motivated, if you're a self-starter, if you can bootstrap it and pull yourself up and go, man, if he can do it, I can do it. Learn about EXP. The culture's unreal. We help each other. We love each other. You hear that at all companies. But this is different because we all benefit from each other's success. It is not that way at any other brokerage. And so, when RE/MAX went international, I'm like, cool, didn't mean anything to my family. When Keller Williams went international, I went, cool, didn't mean anything to my family. Then Keller Williams is international. Keller Williams is debt-free. Great. I wasn't. I still had bills and taxes and a mortgage. And so at EXP, it means something because you're a shareholder in the company. And man, if you haven't watched our stock, EXP ISA moniker, it's pretty exciting. Anyways, my next, someone's actually calling me right now. I'm on my iPhone. My next appointment's here. Is there anything else you want to cover today?
You know what? That was, I was just sitting here watching. I forgot we were even on a Zoom call. I'm just having such a good time. I appreciate your enthusiasm, your transparency, and just all around awesomeness, man. I appreciate you so much, Brent. And I tell you what, I did want to say one thing. I love watching you on Facebook when you were at Orlando with your family and you're doing on your Facebook Live and your family ran up ahead of you. You're like, oh my God, and you're just having so much fun. So thank you for being you. Thanks for being on my Weichelt Wednesday. And if you could send me a recording of this when you're finished,
I will.
I'd appreciate it.
I'll send you a recording. I want to end with this. Here's the future. In 10 years, we're going to have 1 million agents in 100 countries. I'll say to you, EXP will be in 100 countries. We'll have 1 million agents. It's going to take 10 years, and it means a lot to all of you watching this. So it's the beginning of a movement. It's the beginning of Apple, the beginning of Google, the beginning of Facebook. It's going to Microsoft millionaires. It is a big deal. So if you don't know what we're talking about, and if Robert and I sound like crazy people, watch the modelexplained.com and then call Robert here, ask him more about it, but just watch it. The Model Explained, pasttense.com, lays out all the benefits. It's a benefits webinar. It's got me on there explaining. I lost a bunch of weight recently, so I do look a little chunkier on the webinar, but if you look past that, watch the benefits and then call Robert and learn more about this great company. And thanks for having me on today, Robert. It's a pleasure.
You know what? Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
All right.
Bye.
Okay, then we'll cut it there, and I'll have my staff kind of and send it over to you.
I am just absolutely floating and with enthusiasm, and I'm so honored to have you spend this time.
You're a good dude, man. Let's stay tight. Send me text messages. You got my cell phone. Text me is the quickest way to reach me via text.
You got it. I look forward to it, brother. And
all right.
Yeah, send me this when you're finished.
You're an awesome dude, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
You're a brother from another mother. I'll catch you later. Later.